microphones. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Javi.
Hi.
You said the win over Southampton was really important in terms of confidence. So how do you now go about refocusing the players' minds for a return to the Premier League ahead of Saturday's trip to Chelsea?
Yeah, I think all my players are focused on the next game, knowing the importance the points are in play. It's true we are coming from FA Cup game where we got a defeat, but in my opinion this game was good for us as well, because we did many things well. It's true with a bad result, but with many options during the game to change the dynamic of the game, creating chances. It's true we were a little bit unlucky. We didn't finish with composure, and we have to improve many things about it. But I'm happy with the way we competed, always trying to improve other things. Now we are focused on the next game against Chelsea, knowing it will be a very tough game in a great stadium against a great team. I think the players are focused.
What do you make of Chelsea, Javi? I mean, they're clearly in a bad run of form right now. Just 2 wins from their last 15 in the Premier League. As an outsider looking in on what's been happening there, what do you make of it? And can you take confidence from that, Leeds going to Chelsea on Saturday?
The confidence we have is in the work we are doing, not about the rivals. In this case, as I said before, I respect a lot the team, and what we expect is a very, very demanding game, very tough game, and we have to be ready for that.
Jorginho Rutter started on Tuesday, had a goal disallowed. How satisfied were you with his performance? Very unlucky on the night, and you've got a decision obviously on Saturday about whether he gets his first Premier League start, or does Patrick Bamford come back in?
Yeah.
Do you go with the 2 of them? It's a nice headache, I suppose.
Yeah, it's an option. Some of you asked me about it after the game, and it's an option, a real option, to play with 2 players up front. In this case, in the last game, I'm happy with the play Jorginho played. What I'm not so happy is with the goal disallowed. You know, in my opinion, really soft, and after watching, really soft. Then in my opinion, that circumstance can change the game, and during the game was the same. In the second half, during the first half, before they scored, we had one clear chance with Weston in a good pass for Somerville. We were really close, and that's why I'm really disappointed, because we waste a good chance to get a better result. But now, speaking about next game, as I told you, I think it's a good option for us to play with 2 players up front, with Georgie, with Bamford, with Patrick, with Rodrigo, with Aronson, with all the attackants we have in the club.
Can you provide an update, Javi, on the likes of Pascal Struijk, Liam Cooper, Max Verber?
No, Rick, you are really concerned about injured players, but don't worry. They are in the best hands to recover as soon as possible. I don't like to speak about injured players, because I don't want to give information about players. To be honest, some of them today, I don't know with security if they are going to be ready or not. And the main reason is not only that, is I don't want to speak about injured players.
Understood. You mentioned, though, Javi, those fine margins. Leeds had more shots on target, they hit the woodwork, and a goal disallowed.
Yeah.
Just those fine margins in games, no lack of effort or application.
Yeah, I think it depends on many things: the quality, luck, composure, the calm to finish, many things. And what you have to do is try to finish well. And it's true, we have a young team and we have to improve. And the only way you can improve is having more chances and live that experience. But we have to improve because we need the goals. It's true, in the last game we had 16 shots, and 12 of them were inside the box, and then the other team with only 6 and 3 into the box, they scored 2 goals. Then the stats are clear, but football is not a stat. Then you have to improve the chances you have, and it's something we have to work on it. It depends on us. Thank you.
Hi, Javi. Realistically, you've been at quite a few clubs. How long does it take you as a head coach to have the team playing how you want them to play?
It depends, because sometimes in a few days you are able to see the team playing in a way you like it. But of course, with time you can work more things. We can prepare better set pieces. We can prepare better the way you want to press, the way you want to defend, to attack. Give the players more options. Now we are preparing day by day next game and only focusing that in the next game. Then I think we are well prepared. But if you have time and living experiences, I think will be better.
Do you feel that this group that you have are learning quickly?
Yeah, they are good students. They learn very, very, very fast. And not only are good players, I think they have the right attitude. And as I told you many times, the high commitment they have with the club. Not only with me, I think with the club. They feel what they are. And then this is the main reason, because I believe in these players.
Graham Potter has come under some fierce criticism from fans and elsewhere. Mm-hmm. In your coaching career, have you ever had to deal with anything like that? And if you have, how do you deal with it? So Graham Potter has had some fierce criticism from elsewhere. Have you ever had to deal with anything like that yourself? And if you do, how do you cope with criticism?
The only way you change the different opinions about you is with good results. It's the only way. What I can say is my opinion about Graham Potter, and my opinion is fantastic. He's a fantastic manager, and I wish all the best, all the managers. But of course, next game I try to win.
You did have a very big win against Chelsea when you were at Watford, 4-1. How did you manage to do that, and can you remember that very well? Was that a big highlight for you?
I remember perfectly.
So what was the secret? What was the magic?
I remember perfectly that game, because it was my second game, my first game at home, like here. It was my third, but my second Premier League game, like here. I played another FA Cup game against Stoke first, and after Premier FA Cup game, and it was the third, and in the third we won Chelsea, and I hope this year will be the same. My third game, try to get the same result. It was a very tough game. We were a little bit lucky because Bakayoko took a red card, and after we played well, but it helped us a little bit to get a great result.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No.
Javi, you mentioned that the squad is full of good students. Are you surprised at how quickly they've adapted to your way of working and your coaching team's way of working?
I want to be honest with you. And when I arrived, I think they worked many times before with other managers, with other technical staff, and I think they did their job. And when you arrive, you can do what you can do in the time you are training with them. And then, of course, I try to give them different options to attack, and we worked on it, or to defend, and trying to be more compact. All the balance I thought that we needed to do. But you have the time you have, and then you are a little bit limited. But with the attitude they have, with the quality they have, with the life we spend together working and preparing the next games, of course I believe in the team, and I think they are playing now with a balance, with the different moments I think we want to play. And this way I'm sure we'll have more chances to get the results we need. That's the things we are doing, and with different videos, with different training sessions, is what we can do.
In terms of the two games, obviously the win against Southampton was excellent. Personally, I think you played very, very well at Fulham and didn't get the result. You must be pleased with how quickly everything's sort of coming together.
Yeah, but in my opinion, they were together before coming as well. It's true the results were not good. Now we played against Southampton, we changed the dynamic, and it was important, as I said, for the confidence, for the atmosphere, for all these things. Now we need to keep going. It's only a game, and we know how difficult it is to win 1 point, not one game, 1 point in Premier League. Then we have to be constant, to be very demanding with ourselves if we want to continue getting points.
And just finally from me, have you got a figure in mind in terms of number of wins or a points total that you think will be enough to make sure Leeds is a Premier League club next season?
I have one idea, a clear idea about it. We need the points are coming, the next 3 points. Those points we need it, for sure. The next points we need it. We have to be focused on that and try to make the effort now, today, not wait for the next one or to calculate how many points at the end of the season. It doesn't help us to do our work better.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Hi, Javi.
Hi.
When a team has struggled like Chelsea and the crowd might be a little tense, how important could an aggressive start be for you?
I think it's important to start very aggressive, to continue very aggressive, and to finish more aggressive. To go to Stamford Bridge always is very, very tough, and I had that experience, and I know how demanding will be the game. In this moment, when the necessity they have as well, if we in terms of points, then we have to be very, very focused and prepared for a demanding game.
You've had a midfielder dropping in to take the ball between centre backs. What's the general idea? What does that help with?
All these kind of movements with the midfielders trying to go in between, trying to go on the side. The objective is clear: is try to generate the superiority against two strikers, and try to start with more space and time to the next to provoke something in the next line of defenders and try to create superiorities. Is one way, only one skill we have to play against teams play with two strikers.
Hi, Javi. You mentioned on Tuesday the problem with the finishing, and the only way to improve that is by training, working hard on the training pitches. Can you talk us through how hands-on you are on the training pitch, and how you and your coaches, how your roles work on the training pitches with the players?
We try to in all the training sessions, try to the players have the information they need to compete better, and all the exercises are prepared with one objective, that try to feel what in the next game they are going to live, then anticipate them different situations, and that they can feel more comfortable in the next game. That's the objective, to be well prepared and with the information they need to give their best in the next game.
You've talked a few times now about playing with two strikers, Jorginho and Patrick, or Rodrigo or Brendan. In that system, under your guidance, how would that change the roles for your wingers? So Wilfred or Crescencio, Jack, how would their roles change if you did play with two forwards?
In my opinion, don't change too much. They have to do the defensive work the same way. Maybe they have to do something else defending, but not too much. We don't want to deny our offensive mentality. You know, they have to be important in attack, in 1v1, in different situations in our attacks. We don't want to limit them playing with two strikers.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think.
Javi, you've said a couple of times that when you first came, your impression of the team was that the performances were okay, but they were not getting results. But what did you most want to change about the team when you first saw it? What was your priority to change?
When I arrived?
Yes.
My priority was try to look for the balance they need to be better defending, and without letting our offensive mentality. You know, I think this team is generous, is very brave, but at the same time is young. You know, and at the same time we need sometimes the experience they don't have, but as a team try to create the mechanisms we need to be solid, to be compact, like we did in that game, in Southampton game, without conceding any goal and to getting a clean sheet.
And when it comes to finishing the chances, do you believe that's something you can coach in players?
Yeah.
The actual finishing.
It's my work. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I have to think I can do it, and I have to help the players to improve. If we have to first during the game creating the chances we have to score the goals we need first of all, and after individually trying to training more time to give them the confidence they need, the security they need. And it's true, after in the game you have to do it. I'm not there to finish with them or to tell them you have to do this or you have to do that, but I have to help them during the training sessions with the confidence, with my support, my mentally, help them this way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
okay, we're just going to do two questions under embargo.